Hello everyone, this is Chandra Sekhar Bijibilla from Coding Tutor. As part of React.js training video tutorial, today how to declare the array, how to use the bootstrap and creating the form. Whatever the form level you are entered, the data we are going to store to the array. The array we are going to render. So that is the part we are going to discussing. So I'm going to give step by step React.js plus arrays plus bootstrap. Okay, based application development steps. Okay, if you are following these steps, you can able to understand and you can able to get the experience also. Okay, so what is the step number one? Step number one is create a React.js project. So go to your workspace and open the command prompt. Okay, within the command prompt level, you can give npx space create -react-app. You need to give the project name. I'm going to give here arrays-rendering. Okay, this is my project name. You can give your name. You can choose correct, right, meaningful name. Okay, any name also it is going to working fine, but easily recognition purpose meaningful name you can give. Okay, so that command is already I am given. Why? Because project creation takes time, so that reason without wasting the time I am created first command npx space create -react-app space arrays rendering. Okay, this is the step number one. Step two, switch to the project location. So how to switch? In the command prompt level cd space arrays-rendering. Okay, so step number three, open the project into VS Code. So we need to see the structure, right? That is the purpose. Arrays-rendering. This is the command prompt. Here we need to give code space dot. It is open in the VS Code level. Once it is open, we need to install the bootstrap library. Because we are going to get the form look and feel purpose. Install bootstrap. Okay, how to install the bootstrap? In the command prompt level, arrays-rendering. Here we need to give npm space I space bootstrap. So once it is installed, we need to add input statement. Here note I am going to writing note, add the following input statement into index.js. Okay, so what that one input? Here we need to give bootstrap slash we need to use distributed slash we are going to say css file, right? Distributed within that css, within that bootstrap dot min dot css. This is the statement is required. So then only we can get bootstrap capabilities. So once we are done, we need to go to the step number 5, create employee component within src components folder. Okay, so up to this we need to follow. After that we can continue the steps. First step is done. Okay, so what is the second step? Switch to the project location. So cd space arrays-rendering. After that code space dot, it is going to open the VS Code level your project structure. Okay, this is the way it is going to opening. I don't want to use this one. I don't want to see this welcome. Okay, so once you are done, next step is what? We need to install bootstrap, right? npm space I space bootstrap. Okay, so whenever I'm going to install this one, how do you know that your React application understanding purpose? We need to attach one import statement into the index.js. Once it is finished, we will see index.js level how to attach. Yes, it is done. Go to the index.js where it is available. src, expand this one. Go to index.js. Here we need to attach input. We need to provide what? Bootstrap slash distributed slash css slash. We need to provide bootstrap dot min.css. This is the way we need to attach. Okay. Once you are saved, close this one. Next step is what we need to create a components folder to organize in the components within the src. We can create the components, right? Go to src, create the components. Within that, I need to create an employee component. How to create? Go to the new file here, employee.js. So what is the shortcut? RAFCE. Press enter. We can get this one, right? Here I'm going to define uh, one simple array. I'm going to define, okay, employees array. How to declare? Constant here, employees, comma, set employees equal to, you need to use what? Use state. Within that empty array I'm going to define. Okay, so this is the way we are going to providing simple kind of a array declaration. Now I need to design a form, right? So whenever it is opening, I want to see left margin, right margin, this kind of way. That is the purpose. We need to define here class name equal to container. Whenever I'm going to say container, what happened? Left and right margin automatically is going to set. Within that, I need a one card. So how to get this card? Div. Within this div level, I need to specify the class name equal to card. This card level, I need to define the header. Why? Because create employee, like that I want to define. That is the purpose. Div tag I am using. Within the div tag level, class name equal to card hyphen header. Within that, heading purpose HTML h1 tag I am using, and I'm going to specify create employee. This is the heading. Okay, so next I need to define here what? Another kind of div tag. Within the div tag level, I need to provide class name equal to card body. Within that, I need to define here one form. Bootstrap form I need to use. How to apply the bootstrap, how to apply the css, you are going to worry? No worry, I will show how to do this one. Go to your browser. So in the browser level, you can use getbootstrap.com. Getbootstrap.com site you can open. Here you can search form. So whenever you are searching this one, you can get like this. Okay, so here we are going to develop the one form. That form level, I'm going to copy paste one div. Okay, one div I'm going to copy paste. So bootstrap classes are automatically, you are going to see here. Just I'm going to copy paste. But only thing is here, we need to use not a class name. Class is a class coded keyboard, right? So we need to use class name here. Okay, so short kind of way, very lengthy is there, right? I'm going to make it as a short, so that there is an example id. Okay, example id. Here we need to provide enter, or else simply I'm going to specify employee id, right? So type is, I want to see test message, and this is the class name, and I need to make it as a, this is the employee id, eid, and we need to close properly. That's why it is showing the red mark. Okay, alt shift f. Okay, fine. But this id I need to store into the variable. So that's the reason here I need to define constant id, comma, set id equal to use state. I'm going to specify initially empty. But whenever I'm going to enter that data, I want to set here, right? So that's the reason here, readability purpose, I'm going to make it as a multiple lines. So initial value, if you want to set here, you can use value equal to id, and if you want to change that value, we need to use what? On change event. On change equal to, here we need to provide array type of function set id, that id level e dot target dot value. Okay, so whenever I'm going to enter the input box level value, that value we are going to get here. By using set id, we are setting that one. So this is the way we are going to provide the one division. This division is related to id. Now I want to provide one more division. This division is what? Employee name. I need to provide, this is the employee name. So here test only, and this is what? Simple, I'm going to make it as a name. Here if I'm going to specify EID, okay, here value we are going to get the EID, right? Why? Because ID also I'm going to specify same kind of way, right? So here we need to provide name and value name only, and we need to use here similar kind of way. Here also I need to define constant name comma set name equal to use state. Okay, initially empty value, whatever the input box level you are entered, that data I need to set to that particular variable. So that's the reason I need to change this one. What is this one? Set a name. Okay, so this is the way we need to set. Next, I need to provide one more division. Before go to that division, here I'm going to define constant here email comma set email equal to use state. I want to maintain ID, name, email, right? This kind of way I need to provide the information. So that is the purpose. Three properties I am defined. So first ID division is over, name is over. Now I need to provide what? Email. So that's the reason instead of going to typing each and everything, already division is there. That division I'm going to copy paste here. Okay. Here we need to provide what? Employee or email ID. Simply you can provide email ID. Email ID. So here type is what? Email, and ID is email. Default value email. I need to display here email. So that value we are going to changing, right? So that's the reason we need to set here set email. Set email. So this is the way we are going to provide the form. Alt Shift F indentation purpose. After this, I need to provide one button. Okay, so button. So how to get that button? Save button, right? I need to provide the button level color also. How to get that colors? We need to use CSS, right? Bootstrap CSS button. You can search in the get bootstrap site. We can see here buttons, different kind of classes, ready-made classes are available here. See this one, primary, secondary, right? So you need to take the class here, button primary. So go to here, and I'm going to add class name equal to btn space btn hyphen primary. So whenever I'm going to click this one, I need to take all the information and need to save into the array. Okay, that is my target. So that is the reason here we need to provide on click event. I'm going to providing save employee. This is the function we need to write. Before that one, whatever the form level you are entered, the data whether it is attached into the my state level or not, we need to check, right? That is the purpose. ID I am using here, name I am going to providing, and after that email also. So here my intention is we have created a form. That form level will enter the ID, name, and email ID. This is associated with my state values or not. So that is the purpose we are going to using here ID, name, email. Okay. So after that, once whatever you are entered, we are able to see, we can click the save employee button, right? This button I need to write. Where I need to write this one? Here we need to write above written, right? So constant save employee. So here we need to prevent automatically execution. Whenever I'm going to click, then only I need to save that one. So that's the purpose. We need to pass event. Within that, e dot prevent default. E dot prevent default. Here we need to get the object value and store it to the where my array level. So how to store that values? We need to use here. Already employees is there. Here we need to use set employee. Set employee. Within that, whatever the value we are going to get, that value I need to attach. Okay. So just whether it is adding or not, we need to check first. Okay. So here we need to provide what? ID we are going to specify, comma, name, email. Okay. So up to this first we need to check, right? So Control Shift F, indentation purpose. This is the way we are created employee. This employee component is working fine or not. How to check? Go to the root component, app.js. I don't want logo, remove this one. Here I don't want header session also, remove this header. Within that I need to call what? Employee component. So this is the way we are going to call it. Okay. So now it is working fine or not, we need to test. How to test this one? Go to the command prompt and give npm start. npm start. Whenever I'm using npm start, what happened? It checks the node underscore modules. Basic libraries are available. It is going to create a React JS server with port number 3000. Okay. Meanwhile, your understanding purpose, I'm going to give here steps also. So what is this one? Employee component. We are going to modify this one, even though I'm going to copy paste for your reference. Okay. So go to the employee component and paste it here. Step number 6, call employee component into root component. Root component is what? App.js. So that is also for your reference. I'm going to copy paste. Guys, here why I'm going to specify the steps. If you are going to practice, you can get that easily understanding and hands-on also, right? So not only for this kind of applications, if you want to get hands-on real-time projects, uh, this is the best place. Coding Tutor is providing the internship, so trial period is also available. You can come and join. In the trial level, everything is satisfied. You can able to continue internship. Okay, after completing the internship, you can get the full-time employment also. Okay, so if you want to get the more details related to internship, right, trial period, how people are going to placing, right, more details if you want, please contact Coding Tutor. Okay, right. So here I'm going to providing app.js level for your reference. Code also copy paste. After that, step number 7. What is the step number 7? Test the application. Step number 7, test the application. How to test the application in the command prompt level? Command prompt is what? Arrays rendering. Here npm start. So this is the way. Okay. So it is already given that command, so that the reason we are able to see like this. So start the development server. Once it is started and given the local URL and network level URL, you can able to see that here card. That card level header part and body part is there. Header part level we can see create employee. In the body part level, that form along with button also. Okay. So once you are going to get that one, we need to enter the data and we need to save the data, right? So here we are going to calling save employee, right? So whenever you are going to set the values, the set the values means this object is stored in this particular employee or not, checking purpose. Here I'm going to using what? Console.log I'm going to using here, and I'm going to providing here employees. Array name is what? Employee. We are giving the employer. So whatever the name, suppose if it is a S employees. So this is the way we need to specify whether values are getting or not. Whether the object is stored in the employee or not, checking purpose. Okay. So here this is the way I'm going to providing employee array elements. This is the way we are going to checking. Okay. Now go to here. Server still it is running. So once it is perfectly run, we can able to see here, right? So this is the way each and every topic, not only front end technologies. There is a different kind of technologies are available. Java full stack, and we are going to see Python full stack. Right, .NET full stack and DevOps kind of things. Okay, here ID is we are going to define employee line number is what 10. So welcoming errors so that you can able to understand. Okay, here we are going to specify the EID. That the reason it is showing this one EID. So once I'm going to provide a proper kind of way, that is automatically it is going to clear. Okay, next one is what line number 62. What is the line number 62? So here also we need to print whatever you are entered that data, that is the purpose EID I need to change. So once you are going to rectify this one, errors are clear, then go to here, we can able to see, right? Now I'm going to provide the employee name, okay? And I'm going to give here Chandra, and we need to give here Chandra@gmail.com, okay? See, whatever you are entered, the data is getting or not getting, right? So whenever I'm going to click this button, this function is invoking or not, first we need to check. Okay, for that purpose we need to use here alert also. Okay, calling save employee. Okay, just checking purpose. So once you are going to click this one, it is invoking, right? That means that function is calling, right? Click OK. So this object is stored in the employee array or not? How to check this one? Go to the inspect, go to the console, see this one, go to the console. You can see nothing, right? So we need to store the data in this particular array. That is my main target, right? So here, whatever the object we are going to using, that object level we need to store that values. How to store? We need to use empty array, right? This empty array level we need to push that one. So in this particular case level, you need to understand how to push the elements. How to push the elements. So here I'm going to give like this. If you know destructor kind of one, I need to use dot employees comma object I'm going to specify. Okay, so this is the way we are going to provide it. So what I'm trying to do is here refresh this one. It is going to refresh this one. So once you are refresh, again I'm going to enter this one and go to here, some name I'm going to provide it. After that I'm going to using up to this is perfect, right? So whatever you are entered, the data is getting here. So whenever I'm going to click this one, it is calling, that function is also calling fine, right? So go to inspect, and console. See this console level, that values we need to render, right? So how to get that values we are going to seeking. Before that one, here I'm trying to render the values. Okay, so how to render the values? In this particular component level only, whatever the array level elements are available, I need to render. Okay, so that is the purpose what I'm doing now. This code I'm going to finishing here. After this I'm going to give one more div. This div level I'm going to providing class name equal to code, and I'm going to providing one more div. This div level I'm going to specify what? Class name equal to code header. This code header level employee list I want to display. Okay, so employee list. After that I need to render the data. So that is the purpose code body is required. Class name equal to, this is all look and feel purpose. Why I'm using this card header, card body, these are all look and feel purpose. Here I need to specify card hyphen body. Within that, I need to use here table. Okay, table. This table is also bootstrap class table I need to use. How to get that bootstrap class? I'm already shown, right? Get bootstrap.com site you can open. In the search box level table, if you're going to search, you can get the bootstrap class information. Class name equal to, I need to specify what? Table space table hyphen stripped. Stripped. How do you know this one? Go to getbootstrap.com site. Here you can search a table and press enter. So that it is going to get this one, right? So here different kind of available. I'm using this kind of class. This is the class. Okay. So go to my component and we need to provide here class name like this. This table level, two parts. What that one? T head, table heading. What the table heading is required within the row level. I need to get the table heading ID. Okay. Another kind of table heading is what? Name. Another kind of table heading is email. Okay. After that, I need to provide heading is actions. We are going to focus this actions later. Okay. So actions. So one small modification is before go to the rendering the data. This is the array level we are going to storing, right? So what I need to do, I need to mention here array. Here I'm going to closing. Okay. So once you are done, we need to render the data here. Okay. So up to this I'm saving and run the data. So where is storing the data? Array level, right? What is the array name? Employees dot. I need to get the one object. That is the purpose map. Okay. Here I need to get the emp and index value. We are going to get here, and we need to return a row, right? So that's the reason here I need to provide here simply I'm going to using what tr I'm going to using. So this tr level I need to provide the key equal to index value. So here we need to get the table definition, right? So within the row level table definition, the table definition level emp dot eid I need to provide. After this I need to provide the td and I need to provide what? Emp dot name, and I need to provide C whenever I'm going to using like this. So array level data. So suppose if I'm going to give one some name, I'm going to provide it, some email I'm going to provide it, right? Whenever I'm going to click this save, it is going to save the data into the array, right? So for the data, we need to render. That is the purpose we are going to focusing. Okay. So td we are going to providing, and we need to provide emp dot email. Okay. So this is the way we need to provide. Some actions also we need to focus, but here you need to concentrate how to design bootstrap. Okay, how to design bootstrap, up to that you need to focus, and how to store the data into the array. That is the only you need to focus. Rendering part, we need to understand, you need to recollect array related operations. What that one? Map how to use, filter how to use, reducer how to use. Why? Because we need to provide here some kind of buttons also. Here we need to provide some kind of buttons. What are the buttons I need to provide here? Update. Okay. And I need to provide here a delete. Button level we need to provide delete. So whenever I'm going to using this one, I need to see here buttons. Okay. So here I want to see whenever I'm going to click this one, if it records are available, the records it is going to showing here. Okay. So that part the next video level we are going to discuss it. Okay. Why? Because without knowing how to use map, Okay, how to use filter, how to use reduce, you may not get what I'm going to typing, right? So that's the reason. So designing part is completed. So in the next video level, we are going to see code operations. Okay, so until please follow this video, and if you want to get similar kind of way experience, not only small kind of application, any real-time application, if you want to get, please uh, contact Coding Tutor so that you can get the more details. Okay, until see you. Bye bye.